Hi, this is Joe from Two Blokes from Blighty. Welcome to season 6.
Meow.
Before we get started, we're going to hear from our friend Chatsunami. Take it away, Tatsu.
Take it away.
Welcome to Chatsunami, a variety podcast that discusses topics from gaming and films to anime and general interests.
Previously on Chatsunami, we've analysed what makes a good horror game, conducted a retrospective on Pierce Brosnan's run as James Bond, and listened to us take deep dives into both the Sonic and Halo franchises.
Also, if you're an anime fan, then don't forget to check us out on our sub-series, Chatsunani, where we dive into the world of anime. So far, we've reviewed things like Death Note, Princess Mononoke, and the hit Beyblade series.
If that sounds like your cup of tea, then you can check us out on Spotify, iTunes, and all good podcast apps.
As always, stay safe.
Stay awesome, and most importantly,
Stay hydrated.
Okay, so that's why she's barking woof 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 woof. Days of the week.
The only thing that's on my watch list is something called It's a Schlong Story. Camaraderie. Oh, there's a plane crash in Tanzania. Core blimey.
That he looks like a slice of Billy Bear ham. I'm looking at his YouTube page. He has so many videos with his cock and balls out.
I've just seen you've added Kevin Leonardo back to the running order.
I think that might be a hate crime as well. Season 6 is off to a fucking banging.
Tim and Joey on the microphone, two brothers from Blighty, podcasting at home. Season 6 kick off, same old routine. Talking about life, nothing new on the scene. They're the voices you know, the ones you can't ignore. Keeping it real, they won't be ignored. Two blokes from Blighty, speaking their mind, no fancy gimmicks. They're one of a kind. Here we go again, it's season 6. Two blokes from Blighty, up to their old tricks. They welcome you back with nothing new inside, but they'll make you feel alive every single night. Every single night. Two blokes from Blighty, up to their old tricks. They welcome you back with nothing new inside, but they'll make you feel alive every single night. Every single night.
I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. This is Tim from Two Blokes from Blighty. I'm joined by my usual co-host, Joey Fitz.
How do you feel that you just used the Paul Breach song as our introduction?
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Paul Breach is?
No, I know Ezra. What's his name?
It's George Ezra, but
That's the one. I was about to call him Ezra Miller, but that would be a bit of a slander. Joey's face has lit up. We are a minute into recording.
season 6 is off to a fucking bang. If you've never heard of Paul Breach, I'm going to take you through who Paul Breach is in this episode. But we've got some things to do.
Hang on, who? I'm clicking this link. Who is Paul Breach?
Tim, save it. We'll do a whole section. I'm so excited.
Okay, carry on. How are you doing?
I'm even better now we can talk about Paul Breach. He is horrendously awful. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. I'm confused now, a little concerned as to what rabbit hole I've wound up in.
Pumped for season 6 is what you are.
Absolutely.
What's
He's on
changed, Tim?
TikTok.
Oh, he is. He is on TikTok.
And he's also on LinkedIn with only a few connections.
Yeah, let's save that, Tim. We're going to go down a rabbit hole, baby.
Okay. What's Changed? Jeff Goldblum's no longer available, so we've had to find another celebrity guest.
Well, we have a celebrity coming to visit us, don't we?
We do.
We'll save it for the section, but we will have a celebrity in.
Okay.
A celebrity that I think none of our American listeners will know who it is.
it's going to be completely lost on anyone outside of the UK and possibly the 90s to 2000s UK.
Yeah. But, he's a good time.
It is a fun time.
Not to take the piss out of our upcoming guest or anything, but he's a good time.
Of course. Shall we get to pub quiz?
No, because I haven't given you an adjective. I am joined by the ever long Tim. How do you feel, Tim?
I'm misshapen. I'm just looking at my webcam. It is fucking orange. I don't know what it's doing.
Mine's gone really dark. So for the listeners, we just recorded a mainline episode with the wonderful, the majestic, the oddly sexual Slade Island.
Mm-hmm.
And it was light when we started. Now it's dark.
I can't seem to find a way to fix it. I look really orange and out and like overexposed.
Oh, you look all right to me.
Weird.
Look,
do you know what it'll be? I've got one of those orange light filters on my screen for the evenings.
That would probably be it.
That'll be it.
Right, Tim, this is where I'm doing Pub Quiz Question of the Week. You ready?
Pub Quiz Question of the Week, go. Pub Quiz Question of the Week. That's not a jingle. That's a sound effect at best.
What we have there is a fucking jingle, Tim.
Joey, what is the name of the bride played by Uma Thurman in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill franchise?
Is it not The Bride?
It is not the bride. They have a name.
Oh, I hate those films. I should tell you.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're awful. I think they're like gore porn. But
welcome to Tarantino.
Well, no, because he's got good films. I just think Kill Bill. Actually, I don't like Quentin Tarantino's later stuff, to be honest. When he really liked gore porn.
I'm trying to think what Quentin Tarantino's done lately, because I know he did Death Proof, and he said he really didn't like doing that movie.
Is Death Proof the one with the car?
Yes.
It's fine.
It was fine. Was he behind Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, or?
Don't know. Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I know the twist, so I'm not going to bother watching it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't know there was a twist.
Have you not seen it?
No, not at all.
Oh, I won't ruin it for you. It sounds like quite a good twist, but I know what's coming, so I'm not going to say.
Okay. Yes, there is a bride has a name.
Is her name Bridemus Maximus?
To be right.
He bride, the bride.
Wish.
Tim.
Yeah.
It's been a while since, well, it feels like it's been a while since we recorded. It's not actually been that long.
No.
The week do we release these on?
Oh, hang on. Let me think. What's the date? When did the last episode go out? What was that day?
I think it was a Wednesday.
That sounds right. Was it the 1st?
Oh, I don't. Now you're genuinely asking specific questions I don't know the answer to.
I think it was the 1st. And if that's the case, this should come out on the 15th, which is also a Wednesday.
Well, in that case, let's play the Wednesday jingle.
Wednesday, my dudes. Wednesday.
Wednesday. Tim, I've got some days of the week for you.
Hit me with them.
Days of the week.
Days of the week. I'm looking for the soundboard.
Don't know why I'm doing that. It's like the guy from. Did you ever watch Superstore?
No.
Superstore's really funny, but there's this guy who thinks he's like a hood rat gangster, and he's really white. But when he does something that he's proud of, he goes. And I think he's really funny. I think because he's a dickhead. He's played by the same guy that plays Knight Titus in Fallout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to miss one of them because it's a bit heavy hitting. Tim, there's some days of the week here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Starting bottom to top in the list I have. No particular order, no preference from me. 4 days for you. We got National Chocolate Chip Day.
Do you like chocolate chip stuff?
Good.
Except, like, I say except, when people talk about chocolate chip stuff, I think one of the big things that comes up is Maryland cookies. I'm going to be real, I don't rate them.
No?
No, they're too brittle.
You're
know what I
Millie's
mean?
gal.
A what?
Millie's gal.
Oh, Miss Millie's? Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Fair enough. National Nylon Stocking Day.
Sign me up.
Yeah, we all wear them. National Juice Slush Day.
I don't know what that means.
Juice slush, like a slushy.
Yeah, I could maybe get behind that.
And then finally, National Bring Flowers to Someone Day.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I like that one.
There's your 4 options.
Can we make it so it's bring a juice slush to someone?
No, we tried this
No.
before. We're not amalgamating days here, Tim.
All right, fine.
Mental.
Let's go with. Let's go with bring flowers to someone day, but I want the audience to bring someone flowers who's not expecting them.
Nice.
I think that could be fun and wholesome.
Very wholesome. Share with us your stories of bringing flowers to someone, or don't. Whatever you want.
Especially if the recipient is allergic.
So what you've gone there is a really nice gesture to a weaponized movement.
If I have to suffer with hay fever, everyone else does.
Yeah, I like it. So, Tim, in our running order, we have our celebrity guest.
Oh yeah, is he? Do you know how far he is? Like, is he?
Oh, I think he's outside. Got a jingle. Shall I play a jingle?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
there he is.
I heard the knock at the door. Tim, do you want to go and answer the door?
Yeah. Hang on.
I'll play the jingle.
Let me go get him.
Okay.
My name's Dominic Littlewood. 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 I'm on the case.
So this is the jingle. You'll know now. The jingle's played. We've got Dom Littlewood.
Hello.
Hi, Dom.
It came out like that.
Hi, Dom. Tim's gone to answer the door. He must think you're downstairs or something.
Oh, it's a fake Dom Littlewood at the door.
It's a fake Dom Littlewood at the door. So, Tim, sorry, Dom. I don't know why I called you Tim. So Dom. My God, it's too late for this. Dom. Some of our listeners might not know who you are. Can you just give us a brief rundown of who you are and what you've done?
I find the cowboy merchandisers of Britain.
But yeah.
And I point out whether their work is real or fake.
That sounds like a lovely thing to do, Dom. Thank you for...
I'm saying the public.
Thank you for doing that, Dom. We really appreciate
It's
your
my
work.
pleasure.
Hey, Dom. Tim will be back soon, but I know you don't have very long with us. I was wondering if you can tell us. Because I know one of your big things is playing whether things are real or fake. I was wondering if you...
I've got to hurry this conversation along. I've got cowboys to catch.
I was wondering if you could tell us if the tears streaming from my eyes are real or fake.
Well, if you look at where they're coming from, you'll see they're not coming from the tear ducts, but instead the air ducts. That way you can tell they're real. I put them there.
Oh, thanks, Dom. That was really, really good. I know you've
I'm
got
off
to
to
run.
stop another construction worker from fucking over a middle class family. I'm away.
Thanks.
My name's Dominic Littlewood. I'm on the case.
Did I miss him? I couldn't see him at the door. It was the delivery.
Hi, Tim. Yeah, Dom came, but he said he'll be back next week.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I'd hate to miss him.
After that monstrosity that was meeting Dominic Littlewood, which I'm really pleased that we did. It was lovely to see him, lovely to get to know him a little bit better.
I'd love to meet him one day.
We'll get to know him more over the coming series.
10 weeks or so, I'm sure.
Tim, we had a bit of a hangover from last series, in that I told us to watch Gravity.
Yes.
and I didn't watch Gravity.
You did not.
Yeah.
Have you watched it
I
now?
have since watched Gravity. Movies.
So, Gravity, I believe this was your pick. Gravity is a 2013 movie directed by Alfonso Cuarón, starring Sandra Bullock, George Clooney, and Ed Harris. Those are the big three. I think there's a couple of other people credited, but it's a very small cast with a lot of heavy hitters in the cast. It is about Sandra Bullock and George Clooney operating a space station, funnily enough, in space.
Yeah.
And after was it an asteroid or
So
something?
it was it was a satellite that the Russians blew up because they were
That's
just
what it
getting
was.
rid of it. And it caused a chain reaction of other asteroids to get blown up and create a debris field that was traveling faster than bullets around the Earth.
Mm-hmm. So, of course, it ends up hitting Sandra Bullock and George Clooney's space station, and it just seems to be that no matter where they are, shit's getting fucked up. What I found, so the whole thing with this movie was the whole point of this movie is Sandra Bullock trying to get back to Earth.
Mm-hmm. So it's her first time out on a spacewalk when this happens, and they get caught out in this debris field, and it basically kills the person that they're with. Sorry, we should say spoilers for Gravity.
Spoilers, yep.
It kills the people that they're with and destroys the shuttle that they're on, and she gets flung out into outer space, with George Clooney being the only other survivor. And it's like a couple of checkpoints that they need to make. So they go to the ISS, the International Space Station, to get an escape pod back to Earth, and that didn't go well, and she has to go to the Chinese version of the ISS, the Tangjong, I think they called it, to do the same thing. But, oxygen's depleting, it's very tense. George Clooney sacrifices himself for Sandra Bullock. She makes it to the Chinese space station through all this adversity, and then lands back on Earth and survives. That's the story.
That's the story in a nutshell. In terms of beats, there's actually not that many key story beats, but what this is, I think more than anything, is a character study done by Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, and especially Sandra Bullock with her character Dr. Ryan Stone, really exhibiting unusual coping mechanisms throughout the movie. So there's points where she's trying to communicate with someone or anyone on Earth, and she tunes into this radio and hears this man talking with his kid and his dog, and she also starts barking in unison, which is a bit.
She's trying to, because the man that she communicates with doesn't speak English, it seems. So she wanted to hear. She didn't know at first that it was someone on Earth, and then she heard the dogs in the background barking, and she's saying, "Oh, I want to hear the dogs. Can you make your dogs bark again?" So that's why she's barking, woof, 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 woof. But when they start again, she carries on. I think it's a bit of an association thing. Wanting to be back on the ground.
The thing that I took away from this movie, I remember seeing it in cinemas when I was at uni. And at the time, I can remember leaving the cinema and thinking, God, I wish that was 40 minutes shorter. I still think it probably could have done with maybe 20 minutes less of the movie.
Okay.
Because in terms of story beats, as I say, there's not a crazy amount of stuff that happens. But what this movie has a lot of, on this most recent watch that I found, is build-up. There is a ton of build-up, and there's a lot of really clever cinematography and shot composition in this movie. Like what you'll find is there's a lot of how do I put this? Like fixed perspective cameras pointing directly at Sandra Bullock or at George Clooney, while just stuff is happening behind them, and it's down to the audience to piece together that something's not quite right in the background. I'd be curious to see the production of this movie. Like, I imagine there's a ton of green screen because they obviously couldn't take George Clooney and Sandra Bullock to space. But in terms of like the props and set designs, there was some genuinely real sets and some interesting shot composition that had to be done around those sets. A lot of planning, a lot of forethought. I was particularly impressed with it on this watch, I'd say.
Good.
What about you, Joey?
I enjoyed it. I should preface that by saying I don't really think much of Sandra Bullock.
Sure.
I think she played this maybe a little bit too cold. And I know the point is that she's trying to get over the loss of a daughter, and she doesn't matter to her hugely at the start. She makes it back to Earth, but by the end of it, I thought like when she lands back on Earth is a perfect capitulation of her emotion within this movie, and her joy is summed up by her smirking. Basically, it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I've survived all of this. And there's a line in it where George Clooney keeps saying, "Oh, you're going to make it back, or well, you won't make it back, or you'll make it back with a hell of a story to tell." And I feel like they could have built on that a bit. I really agree about the 20 minutes shorter. What I really would have liked for this film, so like major spoilers here. When she's crashing back down to Earth, she says to Houston, it's Houston, they say Houston in the blind, which means we don't know if you can hear us, Houston. We cannot hear you. She says, I'm detaching from the Chinese ISS, and on the way back to Earth, I will either make it or I'll burn up. Or she says, I'll burn up or I'll make it with a great story to tell. I wish when she was coming back down to Earth and the cockpit of the escape vessel that she was in caught fire, I wish they cut it there, and you never know if she makes it back to Earth or not.
That'd be interesting.
I think that would make a much better story. But I agree. I think when you say that the set design must have been really green screen heavy, it looked really impressive.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
I think that the film itself is paced well. I think it could have been. So I don't know what I categorize this film as. I don't know what genre I would say it is.
IMDb's got under drama, sci-fi, and thriller.
So I would say thriller / horror for quite a lot of it.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not your typical, killer horror or creature horror or whatever. It's more like a conceptual doom horror.
Yeah. But I think, and there was shots that I thought I would hate in it, like the point of view shots where she takes her helmet off in the ISS, and there's all the stuff floating around, there's stuff going wrong, and you can see things from her perspective. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were some of the best shots in it. It's a very pretty movie. Really like George Clooney's character. Didn't think the world of Sandra Bullock's character, but I think she played what she was given quite well.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'd say it was okay.
I did think it'd be wonderfully ironic if she had survived all of that in space and then drowned at the bottom of the lake that her ship crashed in.
Well, that's a hell of a story to tell, Tim. I'll be honest, the reason that I chose it is because when I turn around, I have Blu-rays on the shelf there. And the one that I can read the side of easily is Gravity.
Huh.
So there you go. Tim, what are we watching for next week?
What, do we want to give it a rating?
I give it. This won't be out by then. I can't say what I did. But I went on somewhere and gave ratings of so many blokes out of Blighty. So I gave it, I'd give it a 7 blokes out of Blighty.
Yeah, it's about 7 out of 10's fine for this movie.
Are you giving it 7 blokes out of Blighty?
Yeah.
No, I want to hear you say it.
I'm giving it 7 blokes out of Blighty.
Good. Thank you. That'll make the intro.
All right, so for next week, I want to pick something a bit more cheery and dumb. I'm going to go with The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, my God.
Why not?
So that is one of the films I saw in the cinemas multiple times. None of them of my own choice.
I'm just looking on my IMDb. The only thing that's on my watch list is something called It's a Schlong Story. And the description for it is a charismatic womanizer receives his comeuppance after his penis mysteriously leaves his body and takes human form. But then underneath that, recently viewed Gravity, Among Us the movie.
That would be for our Among Us episode, which will be coming out in the next few weeks.
July 1st, I think this comes out.
I mean, comes out in the next few weeks is a very broad term.
Yeah. 2025 is in the next few weeks if you squint at it right.
It is. Tim, let's do some jokes.
Yeah, let's do some jokes. pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week.
So this is the joke of the week section where Tim and I tell each other jokes until one makes the other laugh. And when that person laughs, the section is over and that joke is declared the joke of the week. Tim, I've got 10 jokes. How are you
I have
lining up?
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first. I always go first.
Cool. When you've seen one shopping centre, you've seen them all.
That's good. Good. Who's the coolest guy in the hospital?
Don't know. Who's the coolest guy in the hospital?
The ultrasound guy.
I like it. That's
Right?
good. Yeah. Why did Mozart hate all of his chickens?
Why?
Because when he asked them who the best composer was, they all replied, "Bark, bark, bark, bark."
That's really good. That's really
Didn't make
good.
you laugh, though. Nearly.
Nearly. Who's the coolest guy in the hospital when the ultrasound guy isn't around?
I don't know.
The hip replacement guy.
Very good. I like a follow-on joke as well.
Yeah.
My favourite Disney movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love a hero with a twisted backstory.
I pulled that one in season 5.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, what shit guy I am.
What does a deaf gynecologist do?
Feels a very medical based, Tim.
They are.
I don't know what.
He reads lips.
Good.
Yep.
What did the cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend?
What?
Wiped.
Okay. Yeah. What do Winnie the Pooh and Jack the Ripper have in common?
Don't know. What do Winnie
Same.
the Pooh and Jack the Ripper have in common?
Same middle name.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it's a joke, but I started crying when Dad was cutting onions. Onions was such a good dog.
That nearly got me.
Okay.
What do a hamster and a cigarette have in common?
I don't know. What do a hamster and a cigarette have in common?
Pretty harmless until you put them in your mouth and light it on fire.
Poor hamsters.
Yeah.
Hamsters got a bad rep on this podcast.
They do.
The doctor gave me some cream for my skin rash. He said I was a sight for psoriasis.
More medical jokes.
More medical jokes.
More medical jokes. Cannibal's in a court, and his lawyer stands up and says, "Your Honor, if we are what we eat, then my client is an innocent man."
Very good. I like that one a lot. That is funny. Did you know that before crowbars were invented, crows just drank at home?
Good. A programmer's wife asked him to get milk while at the shop, and he never came back.
I don't get it.
It's while he's at the shop, he's just constantly getting milk. It's a programming joke.
Got it. I'll never forget the last words my dad said to me before he kicked the bucket. He said, "Hey son, watch me kick this bucket."
That one gets me every time. It's not fair.
It's not funny either. Here's the joke jingle.
That's pretty funny, to be fair. That joke was weak. I misread that as that's the joke of the week.
So, joke of the week. I'll never forget the last words my dad said to me before he kicked the bucket. He said, "Hey son, watch me kick this bucket."
Stuff like that gets me every time.
I really appreciated in that joke jingle. So Tim still can't hear the jingles when we record this, but he did dance along with me, which I really liked.
Camaraderie.
Good on you, Tim. Good
Yeah.
on you. Any jokes that you wanted to squeeze in there?
No, the rest of mine weren't great, to be honest. I was kind of hoping for something with the cool guy in the hospital.
Yeah. So I had. Did you hear about the guy who dropped his bollocks in glitter?
No.
Pretty nuts.
That's pretty good. That probably would have got me as well.
And then the other one I had was there once was a king who was 12 inches tall. Terrible king, but a great ruler.
I also pulled that one out last season.
Oh, I'm not paying attention to what we're doing here, Tim.
No, clearly not.
We have got a bunch of stuff on the running order, but we might as well talk about Paul Breach, considering you brought him up and got really excited.
Okay, Paul Breach. Paul Breach is a TikTok god amongst men for all the wrong reasons. So, Tim, people become content creators, right?
Yeah.
And what's the usual joke that happens when people become content creators?
Oh no.
What's the joke?
Normally, the joke that results in someone's downfall is that they're a bit of a diddler.
Paul Breach is a 42-year-old man. Paul Breach has been caught messaging 16-year-old girls on Instagram and liking lots of very young people's Instagram content. And
Maybe I
when
won't
asked
add him on
about it-
LinkedIn.
I wouldn't. Man, when asked about it, he said it's because he thought they were cancer survivors. None of them implied that they had cancer.
Well, what the hell does that mean? Why would that
Now-
justify it?
The way I found out about Paul Breach is his alarming amount of empathy. So I'm going to send you a link. It's one of my favorite TikToks I've ever seen, and it's taken from a TikTok live that Paul Breach did. Now, I want you to watch that. Tell me what's happening. Tell me what he says if you can hear it.
Okay, so hang on. It just says normal reaction to a plane crash on it, which is a really strong start.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, there's a plane crash in Tanzania. Core blimey.
And then
Is
he
what he-
carries on dancing. Looks like there's been a plane crash in Tanzania.
Like-
Blimey.
I'm not saying that you should be stopping what you're completely doing for that, but just maybe don't acknowledge the message if that's not the tone you're going for.
I think the worst thing about it is that he sort of incorporates the core blimey into his dance. I love watching this TikTok. It is so cringeworthy funny.
That's so weird.
This is an iceberg, Tim, because Paul Breach used to work in a old folks home. And
Right.
he said on his lives before that if any of them were sad, he used to kiss the old folks that he was looking after. It doesn't just go for the young ones; it goes for the old ones too. There was one where he he was dancing or doing what he does in the bathroom in the one that I just sent you, and he was living with his dad at the time. And his dad tries to enter the bathroom, and he kicks the door that his dad is trying to come through, and it clearly hurt the man. He travels around the UK, and seemingly doesn't have anywhere that he lives. He just stays in hotels and wanders around cities, to the point where there was a whole website of a Paul Breach tracker. Has Paul Breach been seen in your area? Where people would find Paul Breach, take selfies with him, and then call him a paedophile for their own TikToks.
Brilliant. Well, what is his involvement with the song Shotgun? Is he singing on it or?
It's not Shotgun, it's Green Green Grass.
Oh, okay.
Did I say Shotgun?
No, I was singing Shotgun.
Oh, I thought it was Green Green Grass. The thing I really think is really funny about Paul Breach, and shouldn't make me laugh as much as it does, the screenshot I've just sent you is of Paul Breach's face.
Yeah.
And someone put on a comment that blew up on whoever it was, that he looks like a slice of Billy Bear ham.
Oh,
For a short while, when people were finding him on the Where is Paul Breach, there was the same group of people that would find him on this tracker and throw slices of Billy Bear ham at him.
that's amazing.
Honestly, Tim, Paul Breach is not just an interest. Paul Breach is a lifestyle.
He's a
He is
fascination.
a 42-year-old man who is thirst trapping on TikTok. I will send you deep dives into Paul Breach, and you should watch them because the man is an enigma. There is
He's
so much that I have not nearly covered.
He's a marvel.
Well, let's not be too complimentary. He's a fucking weird bloke.
Right. The other thing that I noted on here, because I've put a couple of articles on the podcast,
On running
and I would.
order, yeah.
What's sorry?
On our running order.
On the running order. Although I have just seen the word you've added. I've just seen you've added Kevin Leonardo back to the running order.
Yes.
So for those who don't remember, Kevin Leonardo was our friend on the podcast,
Season 1, baby.
Season 1, where he exposed his entire asshole to a camera and put it on YouTube, showing how much the Nair hair remover did, and it's still up to this day under the pretense that it's educational.
Yeah, it has a very modest. Just found the. I can't find it. Maybe it's taken it down.
Oh, has it gone down?
I don't know. Oh no, it does. I clicked the video. It is definitely there. Nearly 300,000 people have seen it, and I forgot that it started with his whole body with his cock out. Maybe he has a
forgot
new
about
one.
that.
No, he has a new one, and it's called "So Long Hairy Pubes." That's not why I put it on there.
So he's just stood there with his cock and balls out.
I'm looking at his YouTube page. He has so many videos with his cock and balls out.
I mean, it's brave, I suppose.
Here's a video called "Busting Giant Loads with My Cat in My Bed."
What does that mean?
50 million people have seen the hair removal. No, I accidentally clicked it. I didn't want to see that again. 50 million people.
It's a lot. For if I could expose my asshole and get 10 million people, I'd be set.
On Patreon. He also has one called Nair on Micro Penis and Balls, a visual guide. I feel like this man has found a niche, and fair play to him for doing it.
Yeah.
Also, the reason that I want to talk about him, do you mind if I jump your thing in the running order?
Yeah, go for it. Is this a thing that Payne sent you this morning?
Yes. Have you seen
it?
it?
I told her to send you that because I was like, oh, that's Kevin Leonardo.
So Kevin Leonardo is trying out Foundation. Trying out Euphoria's Foundation. It's labeled as their darkest foundation. And within the video, Kevin Leonardo refers it more than once as blacking up.
It's I don't know how much of the video you've seen. But he has his entire forearms and like neck and all that are very much his Caucasian and Asian mixed race skin that he regularly has. Joey sent me a very unflattering thumbnail of him. There are parts of the video that he has where he's got his face in two different sides, and it definitely looks a lot like blackface.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot like blackface.
But he refers to the foundation as blackface.
But it's just not okay. Like, I can forgive exposing your cock and balls and asshole, but racist comments are where I draw the line.
You know what? I think I'm on board with Kevin Leonardo. I've just found a video of him playing the guitar, and it's called "I'm Sorry" brackets Nair, and it's a piss take of the toxic gossip train.
Yeah, the ukulele woman.
Yeah. This is all becoming very circular, Tim.
It is. Yeah, it's all connected.
Very funny. I mean, I'm on board with it. He can get his cock and balls out as much as he wants. For some reason, he has a glass cabinet with lots of Taylor Swift stuff, and then a crucifix.
Interesting.
Just Taylor Swift and crucifix.
The next article I found was very fucking funny. Tokyo police arrest Yakuza. This might be mad shit worthy, actually, if you want to put in the jingle.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Tokyo police arrest Yakuza leader for stealing 25 Pokemon trading cards.
What?
So, Japan's once mighty... This is an article by Vinay Patel on the International Business Times. Japan's once mighty Yakuza notorious figures in organized crimes have seemingly fallen on hard times. Tokyo police recently arrested a high-ranking member of the Takanagawa gang, part of the country's second largest Yakuza syndicate. His crime? Stealing Pokemon cards. Yada, yada, yada. Essentially, the reason that he's done it is to resell them, because Pokemon cards have for some reason, garnered a lot of value. But the theft, this arrest took place in December 2022, right? Yeah. And the stolen items were worth 252,000 yen. Do you want to take a guess at how much that is for a Yakuza boss to get arrested? In pounds.
150.
Pounds or thousand? Okay, it's a bit more than that. It's £1,297 for a
Wow.
Yakuza boss to get arrested for stealing 25 Pokemon cards.
Wow. Sounds like time well spent.
It's. Can you imagine? Hey, what are you in for? I murdered someone. What are you in for? I stole a car. What did you do? I really wanted this shiny Pikachu card.
Would it be shiny Pikachu that you would want? What would be your dream Pokemon card? If you to keep, you're not allowed to sell it.
I don't know much about the Pokemon TCG. Is the thing. I like
Just choose
TCGs.
one.
I like.
Who'd you like? I don't care about the card. I just think
I mean, it's got to be like the original shiny Charizard, right?
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Like it's got to be the original foil one though, because A, it's worth a shit ton of money. I know I can't sell it. I know I can't sell it, but that is like Gen 1, and that would have been about the time that we would have been collecting them.
Now, do you remember we used to own boxes of cards? So I had a friend who gave up on them, and he had over 1,000 Pokemon cards, all in good nick, and we chucked them away.
Chucked them away. They would be worth something now.
Worth bank.
Absolute bank. But yeah, I just thought it was very funny to see a Yakuza boss go down for that. Do you want to go into Gaetano? Do you want to talk about our secret news that's happening on the day this episode comes out?
Let's talk Gaetano. It's actually happening next week, so we just can say that there's secret news.
Secret news.
Secret news. So Gaetano, Tim, I've sent you a Gaetano review. It's in our chat. I'm going to read the review. I want you to read the reply from Gaetano.
Oh, hang on.
It's above the Paul Breach link.
Right, yep. Okay, go for it.
Someone said, don't bother trying to order from here. They're always closed or away on vacation, and they never update their website or have a message on their phones. Find any other place if you want to eat something today. Food 1, service 1, atmosphere 1.
Who's that review from? Do we know?
Some prick, I don't know.
What a bellend. Gaetano, the champion.
1 week
responded.
ago.
Oh, good. This is only a week ago. We're sorry that we weren't here when you called or stopped by. Life is full of disappointments. Just ask your parents. Every time we go out, every time we close outside of business hours, our website and Google listing are updated without question. The message on our phone, as well as on the door, direct you to Gaetano33.com for updates on everything. Unfortunately, we don't write everything out in crayons for you to better understand. Jackhole. What is a jackhole?
I imagine something that you jack into.
Maybe.
That's my guess. I'm not well versed in jackholes.
We need to get some sort of glossary going for Gaetano.
We do. Tim, we can't say much. Can't say much about our secret news.
No.
Because, we joke a lot about having secret news. If you want to know what games we're playing in the future for other mainline, I don't care. Ask them.
Genuinely ask.
But this we're genuinely not allowed to talk about. We are under embargo.
This is the first time, the first thing that's happened on Game Club Pod like this, where we're actually not allowed to talk about the thing we're playing until a certain date. It's actually really exciting being under an embargo.
Well, we can say what date, and I think the reason that we wanted to say this is because we have an episode coming out next Wednesday on time of listening, so the 22nd of May. This secret episode will come out, but it'll be a little bit later than you used to. When Wednesday the 22nd, we will still have a regular Two Blokes from Blighty in the morning, but in the afternoon, make sure you listen because there's something very fun coming up.
It's particularly exciting.
Yeah, Tim. Last thing on our Notion board is something you've put in there called MILF Manor.
MILF Manor is a show that Payne and I have been watching. So
right.
It's a really. Do you remember? God, way back in season 2 or 3, we found that show called Date My Mom or something like that.
Yes.
This is essentially a whole season of that. So essentially, what happens is these 8 moms are they're taken out to Mexico into this villa for a lovely date show. And then they reveal who their potential dates are. And it turns out that the men on the show are all the other moms that are there, their sons.
Right.
And it's about 8 or 9 episodes of some moms trying to jump on some people's sons while the mom is basically in the room watching them. It's very awkward.
Dude, it sounds awful.
It's
Why do
pretty
you- why do
bad,
you
but it's a bit like
watch
watching
this?
a car crash. Because I like watching terrible films and TV.
So I really like cringe films and TV. Love cringe films and TV. That just sounds bad.
It's pretty bad. I mean, Payne and I have said before that we'll watch a TV show so we can have a bitch about it, like when we watch Sex in the City.
Oh yeah, we watched The Apprentice just so I could moan about the people on The Apprentice
Well, this is exactly the same thing, but with moms trying to get laid.
with MILFs.
Yeah, with MILFs and sons that are more often not into MILFs.
If anyone wants to watch MILF Manor, where can they find it?
I think it's on Netflix, but we use it on a definitely legal streaming service.
You want that cut out or what?
No, it's fine.
Okay, because of the legality of it, you watch it on Netflix, right?
Yes, that's where I watch it.
Cool. Nowhere else.
Nowhere
Great.
else.
Tim.
Terrible if it's not on Netflix now.
Yeah. If it's not on Netflix now, it was probably taken off quite recently.
Probably, yeah. That's Netflix, they know.
Yeah, just email Netflix.
Yeah.
Say that Tim sent you.
Yeah.
Right, Tim. That's it.
That's it. That's our running order.
Season 6 is back. We don't often finish the running order, but we did today. Well done.
Yeah, good work, us. Very efficient.
Congratulations. Tim, anyone you want to shout out?
I want to shout out the pub quiz tab because I've lost it.
Okay. So
hang on.
Uma Thurman. You can. Yeah. What was the name of the bride in Kill Bill?
Thank you. I am.
Was it? Is her name Bill?
It is not Bill.
My guess is her name is Paul Breach.
It's not Paul Breach. Hang on. I'm going to find a Discord user and also find Uma Thurman at the same time. I've typed in Uma and it came with human rights.
Human rights.
Human rights. So I'm going to shout out this week. Footy Bones.
Footy Bones.
Hello, Footy Bones.
Your bones are footy. Congratulations, you win nothing.
Yeah. Joey, who are you going to shout
out? I'm going to shout out the lovely Dan from Casting Views and the ever stellar Josh. Forget about it from Talking Smack.
Forget about it.
Listen to Casting Views. Listen to Talking Smack, please. Both of those shows are top of the pile when they come out on a Sunday and a Wednesday.
Yeah. So,
Tim, what was the name of the bride?
Name of the bride, played by Uma Thurman in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill franchise, is Beatrix Kiddo.
Well, on that disappointment, I'm going to call us out. Tim, anything you want to say?
Take that, you bastards.
Take that, you
Hopefully we'll see Dom Littlewood next week.
Oh, we'll definitely see Dom. He texted me while we were...
Did he?
I can't do this again. I'll just start laughing. Yeah, we'll definitely see Dom again in the near future. Probably next week.
I would really like if the audience could send in products for Dom Littlewood to assess if they're real or fake.
Please do that. That would be really helpful.
It'd be so helpful.
Instead of sending it in our usual Discord, if you want to just DM me a listing for a product to find out if it's real or fake, we can share it with Dom on the podcast.
That'd be great.
Fab. All right. We always give people homework on Two Blokes from Blighty. So on that note, Tim, take that, you bastard.
Take that, you bastards.
See you next week. Please don't fill the fucking recording full of ducks.
We're doing a podcast. We've got a soundboard to use.
No.
Yeah.
The edit, it's horrific.
These waveforms are out of control.
Sorry, take it away, Tim.
One thing I did find this week, I found a Reddit post that I really like, and one of them I'd like Joey to read. A Reddit post that I found was this guy on the mildly infuriating subreddit who had found, he'd bought a copy of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. without realizing that that he bought a translated Scottish version.
Okay, and you want me to read page 1?
If you can.
I don't think I can. It starts off Chapter Anne. The laddie were lived. I don't know if I'm committing a hate crime by doing a voice of this, Tim. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley. Oh, number 4.
Wait. I have an idea. Can we get Chat Tsunami to read this?
I think that might be a hate crime as well. And that's a targeted one, so
Well, I hate it.
well, yeah. I'll ask him.
If you
I
can,
don't-
that'd be amazing.
I don't
It's,
know
for
if I
those,
wanna
because we're not going to be
offend
able to do it justice. If anyone wants to read the Laddie Well Lived, or the first chapter of the Philosopher's Stone Scottish edition, please look it up online. It's incredible.
You don't want me to read it now?
You can read it now, or we can put it in the Discord.
Oh, okay, we'll put it in the Discord.
Fair enough. But I would. This is an open call to Chat Tsunami. Please, I need this.